Street Fame TV.
They got a special guest in the building. Got Muggs and Millions.
Thank you for joining us for Talk with SNL with right here on My TV 30. Street Fame Media is proud to present Girl Talk with SNL.
One, two, three.
Rabbits!
1, 2, 3.
Rabbits!
1, 2, 3.
Rabbits!
One body nation.
One body nation.
One body nation.
One body.
You know my JVC vibrates to concrete, supreme and unique, the state that we get up by. Now everybody, what up by? Away! I said my JVC vibrates to concrete, supreme and unique, the state that we get up by. Now everybody, what up by? Away! Oh, it's the infamous everywhere. A witness go tell it down. Smoother than hotel. Pulling your ladies' hair. You want me to tell the truth? You lie when it's helping you. My physics intangible. Move aside when I'm coming through. Pinocchio presidents. The fact that's not relevant. The phonies that imitate and waking up elephants. Smacking up donkeys too. Slackers are walking you. The streets is fronting you. The product is hard to move. Narcotics and party foods. High science and particles. Scandalous harlots. Slanderous articles. What part is that part of you? Them quarterly change your mood. Can't see the compromise, it's part of your attitude. The money come up, missing per diem in Korean. They pay you 3/5 like you ain't human being. I be short in the game with the bang and the boom. My cockzilla, bigger ninja, dang-a-lang in the womb. I get up.
Resurrection. Every breath I got left is invested in redirecting this mess. I confess I did plenty of petty peddling. Never considered the kids. Men of a mighty measure will never give in. Never pretend. Rebel revving the engine. Angels that feel my angle start assembling, descending. Identity up, let's get it in then. Then the wicked begins trembling. You provoking the wrong guy who got ties with the most high, who baptized through the strokes of my rope rhymes. Collapse shrines trying to rise under false God. Forerunner but top gunner of the lost tribe. It's the jungle sometimes, gotta rumble sometimes. And the rest of the runners, they got wonderful minds. Don't bother coming for mine, cause what's done in divine time is infinite, it defies timeline, God.
Original man, and I can regulate the protocol. Survey the land and then I hieroglyph the aerosol. They know the law. My 808 out of space. My logos levitate. They can't even calculate. My gangster never lean and pimp. Walking the nebula. Lazarus effect of strange fruit is the editor. Shabaka stone rocker, destroy competitors. Get it poppin' like vinyl and leave it classic when I wet it.
Your gang is on brain sedatives. Changing the game, set it up. Aiming the flame, shut it up. Slanging the slang better. Run the range of this worldly domain via dark strains of deranged that vibrates the hate to love planes. Shalom state replace the thug things as I shape my fate above lanes. Cannot take a break because pain inspires this God fire I'm divulging.
My JVC vibrates to concrete, supreme and unique, the state that we get up by. Now everybody, what up by? Away. I said my JVC vibrates to concrete, supreme and unique, the state that we get up by. Now everybody, what up by? Away.
DJs, artists, producers, media outlets, and more. Are you ready for the return of one of the longest running independent events in the country? The 18th annual SCA weekend, May 28th to May 30th in Nashville, Tennessee. It's guaranteed to be a weekend full of networking, celebration, and more. Get your tickets now at SouthernENTAwards.com.
Crave the very best in Southern cuisine? Come get a taste of soul at Kingdom Cafe. We're located at 2610 Jefferson Street in Nashville, Tennessee. Come enjoy a wide selection of your favorite dishes. Our much talked about macaroni and cheese is to die for. Also, we have the best fried chicken in town and meatloaf that will satisfy the most discriminating palate. Dine in our exquisitely decorated dining room or take out. Grill Pub is also available. Come to Kingdom Cafe for a soul experience. We're located at 2610 Jefferson Street in Nashville, Tennessee.
Welcome to Street Fame TV. This is another great episode. I'm your host, Chris Love. Got a special friend in the building, professional friend as well, Jeffo the Hitmaker. Jeff, welcome to the show, man.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here, Chris.
So Jeff, we were talking earlier. We talked about a lot of different things, man. You got the studio in East Nashville.
Yes.
Studio 34, right?
340.
340. I'm sorry. Studio 340.
Studio 340.
You got the clothing line Hood Out, that you're rocking right now. Tell us about your origins, Jeff. What made you get into music and have this brand as Jeffo the Hitmaker? I kind of had limited resources in the beginning, but then once getting the resource to do what I needed to do, I just didn't want to have to keep outsourcing everything. It was easier for me to just create my own opportunities. So as a rapper starting out, I needed a studio, I needed beats. So I learned how to make beats. I learned how to gain some capital, get a space, design a studio. And from design a studio, I started being a person who would do interior design, just small things. I always just kind of just put the finesse on it.
Yeah,
I've been in the studio that you got, man. The studio is fly, y'all. The studio is fly.
Thank you.
You always welcoming like new artists, upgrade artists, mid-level artists, new artists that are starting off. You don't discriminate to who you allow to come in the studio to do their thing. I noticed that.
I mean, you never know. You never know who's gonna make it big. You never know who's gonna flop. Even some of the best artists don't do always good music or don't always make hits. So you got to give. I just kind of got a saying is I say anything's possible and everything should be considered. So with that concept, you never can miss because you never know.
I met you while you were co-directing a TV show that I was a part of. Be Love Lounge years ago. So you do a little bit of TV as well, and you do also promotions. What type of promotions are you into? What's your favorite promotions?
I'm a guerrilla marketer. I'm gonna make you buy it.
Nice.
I'm gonna make you buy it. It's just, I mean, when you put it in their hand, they're gonna look at it, they're gonna notice it. Social media is good, but in the streets with it, it's probably gonna be the best way to do it. Just get out there and meet somebody. Always networking, always building relationships, always keeping notes and contacts. And I mean, that's the way it is. Guerrilla marketing is just the concept of not taking no for an answer.
I would definitely call you one of the gurus of the guerrilla marketing because every time I look around,
You know what I'm saying? You DJ Coop, you got the studio in East Nashville. You're filming a video for an artist. I even met Moneybagg Yo outside your studio when he had just finished his new book, his last book.
Yeah.
So it's like your studio is kind of like the hub for people who are artists to meet and network with other artists. Do they tell you that sometimes? Or do they tell you how important the studio is to them?
Yeah, artists always are looking for opportunity. So when you're creating opportunity, you're going to always run into new artists, new potential stars, and the main ingredient is just to always be available. You know, you can't make no plays if you're into the game.
This is true. So we talked about that too. We talked about isolation and how sometimes when you're trying to develop a brand in the city that you come from, it's kind of like the old saying, "I come to my own, they receive it me not." Building your brand in your own city can sometimes be more difficult than going to other places and promoting it. What do you feel like has been some of the things that you noticed that have made you more successful with the studio, with producing for artists, with your clothing line?
It is difficult branding your own brand in your own city, but it has to be done. You almost can't. My dad taught me a concept, and it involved water, and he said you can't use a gallon of water to wet a whole parking lot. You know, you need to kind of utilize your push in sections and in areas. And I think artists sometimes bite off more than they can chew by trying to go worldwide when you might need to just get your neighborhood behind you first and then branch out to the next phase of it. I mean, it's easier done that way.
Yeah, I see you kind of like working on certain sections of the city, east side, north side.
Yeah.
You really bring them artists together, man. They respect you for what you do and what you provide for them.
And the familiarity of it is what counts the most. So when an artist is from North Nashville, then the North Nashville area knows them more so than the East Nashville area. So we just introduce them to those different areas after they get their own area on lock, because when you do your research on an artist or a creative and nobody knows them, it doesn't give any solidification to who they are. So it's good to always have that background already stamped. So when people go to check up on you, they say, "Oh yeah, we know.
Yeah,
we
he's
know
legitimate.
Chris. He's legit."
Now I had a couple of my partners tease about Jeffo the Hitmaker, but Jeff, you certified. You did gold with Pistol many years ago in the city, right?
Yeah, I work with a lot of artists throughout Nashville, even outside of Nashville, but music just isn't my mainstay. I think music was just my first business card to make sure that I had a place in the entertainment business. It was just my.
What attracted you to entertainment at all? What was it? Because you said you started off rapping. Is that kind of like what you saw yourself doing, like MCing?
I liked being a rapper in the beginning, but once I started producing music and once I started meeting the artists, I just got a real hunger for watching the product come into fruition. I love to see the process. I'm in love with the process, and I tell anybody, trust the process. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever give up on your goal or your dream. Just trust the process. As soon as you think it ain't working, it's gonna be working.
All right, good advice, man. So with all the artists that you've met in the city, I know you see potential sometimes,
right?
And of course, when you in the booth and you recording the artist, sometimes you like, okay, there's not that much potential here. Are you that open and honest with an artist? Like if they're doing a song that you feel like is not going to be a good marketing scheme for them, will you admit that to them?
Yeah, that's the best way to do it. I think a lot of the creative energy that's going around now sometimes consists of just a lot of yes men type mentality. So everybody's in the room boosting up the
ego of the artist.
Yeah, the ego of the artist. But I oftentimes just try to keep it solid, or 100, as my son would say. I just try to keep it 100 with them, because at the end of the day, telling them what it really is will push them to do or go the next extra mile to make it better.
Make it better.
Yeah.
Make them better as an artist.
Make them better as an artist.
Because ultimately, I've been in the studio with you.
Yeah.
And
gotta be hard on them.
I got an opportunity to be a part of a video shoot that we did, and it was for kind of like a new artist.
Right.
But that artist was opposing a major artist.
Right.
And it was a diss record.
Right.
And you kind of had your statements like, okay, why are we doing this?
Yeah, why are we doing
This is a good idea.
Yeah.
And I liked how you questioned that. So that's what kind of made me bring the question back to you.
Yes, it's like you got to see where your mainstay, your stake in the client, where it's going to be. You can start out dissing the artist, but that's where you are going to be with it. So you almost want to create your own thing and don't piggyback off of what somebody else is doing negatively. It's, because publicity is publicity. And if you get a name for that, that's what it is.
Tell us about the clothing line Hood. What does Hood represent? What does it stand for?
Hood represents helping our own dominate. And I basically run a embroidery print shop that does custom clothes for other companies and other artists. But I wanted to create a brand that basically utilized something positive and would represent where I'm from. Because I'm from the hood, but I'm no longer in the hood on a negative level. I'm on the hood as a positive influence to not just the younger people, but even some of the older people. I'm constantly doing things and giving back and making it happen. That's who made me. I got to be there for the people that.
I love that about you, man. I love how you take the ingenuity of being from the hood and you make it good. We take it from a flip side of always making it negative and disrespecting our music, but I like how you do that. So how can people find out about your studio? Where can they go to? Because I know you on Instagram, you on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Can they just hit you up if they need a session? How can I get a session from Jeffo the Hitmaker?
With the multiple platforms, it's sometimes hard to catch me on each individual one, but you can always catch me at Jeffo the Hitmaker anywhere.
Jeffo the Hitmaker, Instagram, and that's Facebook.
Yeah.
Throw out an email for them, Jeff. So they
Jeffo the Hitmaker at gmail.com.
All right, so Jeff, you got the studio, you got the clothing line, you got the promotion company, you do marketing, and you do film. Because I was working with you years ago on directing some stuff, man.
Yeah.
What do you think Jeffo the Hitmaker is going to be doing 2021, 2022?
Man, I hate to have to drop it this way, but I'm doing things that people don't normally do. I'm looking for the niche that is not as saturated as some of the other things. So you can expect to see me in on a platform that you would never
anticipate.
You never anticipate.
All
Just
right.
stay tuned. If you follow me at Jeffo the Hitmaker, you'll see it.
All right, so we definitely gonna keep the studio support going on because I love it, and the clothing line support going on. Jeff, my man, thanks for coming out to the show today, man. I really appreciate your presence.
Thank you, Chris.
Street Fame TV. This is Live and Direct. I'm your host, Chris Love. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in.
Street Fame TV.
Hey Nashville, this is Demita. Let me tell you about my favorite place to shop, Colored Essentials, located on historic Jefferson Street, 2610 Jefferson Street that is. Here you can find all natural bath and body care products for women and men. All natural products like sea moss, organic toothpaste and mouthwash, hair care products, body butters, soaps, essential oils, and fragrances. Great mask selection and custom t-shirts. Colored Essentials, 2610 Jefferson Street, a difference you can feel. My heart was so empty until you filled it with love. And it was so lonely. Then you gave me yours. Together forever. Inseparable love.
I just need to know one thing. Can they shake it? Yeah? Or can they shake it for me? Yeah. It's your man Gino. That thing looking pretty good to me. Baby, don't you wanna shake it for me? Sugar, don't you wanna shake it for me? See you looking at me, and I'm looking at you. The music is playing.
Get your groove on. Put on some clothes and head to the door. Come to the club and give me some more. Ooh, pretty girl, give me all that I can take. Come on the floor and make that thing shake. Hey, baby, don't you wanna shake it for me? Shake it for me. Sugar, don't you wanna shake it for me? Hey, baby, don't you wanna shake it for me? Sugar, don't you wanna shake it for me? Shake it to the left, shake it to the left, shake it to the right. Move it all around, 'cause it looks so nice. Shake it to the left, shake it to the left, baby, shake it to the right, shake it to the right. Move it all around, 'cause it looks so nice. Shake it to the left, shake it to the left, shake it to the right. Move it all around, 'cause it looks so nice. Shake it to the left, shake it to the left, shake it to the right. Move it all around, sure look nice. Oh well, ooh, pretty girl, give me all I can take. Get on the floor and make that thing shake. Hey, baby, don't you wanna shake it for me? Sugar, don't you wanna shake it for me? Baby, don't you wanna shake it for me? Sugar, don't you wanna shake it for me?
You better wiggle a little, now move around in a circle, now jiggle it just a little bit. Body move like a surface, she better get us diverted. She getting charged for murder, she killing it. I be feeling it like a jazz musician. So break it down, bring the thunder now. I'm on the cloud, a little way you get down. At the end, take a bow, no we yonder now. We rock the house, we lock it down. D4 in the mix, and you know how we get down. We do this all day, we don't play around. It's the Music City now.
Went fishing by the creek when I was small. When the chores needed doing, mama called. But that fish wouldn't take my bait, so I wasn't catching nothing at all. That freckle facing neighbor stopped by. She's a no dog, said, hey, I wanna try. Boy, you're doing it all wrong. It's more than that mystery. You gotta wiggle little, little like this. You gotta jiggle little, little like that. Wiggle little, little, jiggle little, little. That's where the action's at.
I'm trying to get it hype, faded sipping on purple Sprite. I do this on multiple nights. I love living in the spotlight. Multiply me and shout it, she jiggle it out loud it. Try to escape the party, I'll be right back. She not it.
And a sassy little girl is grown up. Her freckles are gone and we're in love. She like to dance watching country TV. Lord, she can't ever get enough.
Yeah.
Every Friday night we go out and dance. A little two-step, a lot of romance. She's country music #1 fan. And yells, hey y'all, strike up a band. You gotta wiggle little, little like this. You gotta jiggle little, little like that. Wiggle little, little, jiggle little, little. That's where the action's at.
She shake it like some maracas. She hotter than the Bahamas. She break it down like a drummer or a DJ, no drama. Give her props like an actor. Getting money, no factor. She put work in no banger, but this track is a banger. She twerking it, she too bad. She light skin like Sinbad, booty thick like sandbags, and everybody wanna grab ass. She wiggle it, most certainly. I'm digging it. She breaking it like Jet Li. We kicking it. Yeah, you know she digging it.
You gotta wiggle little, little like this. You gotta jiggle little, little like that. Wiggle little, little, jiggle little, little. That's where the action's at. You gotta wiggle little.
Off the top, we wildin' out. We mount the bull, no falling out. We blaze the stage, we flame it
You gotta
out.
jiggle it.
Gon' put it down, gon' please the crowd. I'm loving it, no clown man. Like Joanna man, I'm ballin'.
You gotta wiggle it.
Gon' drink till you tap out, to the tap out. Get wasted, don't waste it, don't throw 'em
You
down.
gotta jiggle it.
She wiggling, no catfish. She off the hook like a lucky crook. The party outlandish.
You gotta wiggle little, little like this. You gotta jiggle little, little like that. Wiggle little, little, jiggle little, little. That's where the action's at. You gotta wiggle little, little like this. You gotta jiggle little, little like that. Wiggle little, little, jiggle little, little. That's where the action's at. You gotta
Show me where the action at. Take two, now girl, wiggle that. Just a little, now jiggle that. Get jiggy, no Will Smith. Let them tight jeans, no genuine. Break them in, no locksmith. Work those hips, let me see you wind it up. But don't stop, we ain't winding up, we just getting down like James Brown. Get up to get down. Jiggle it, that's up and down. Wiggle it, that's side to side. Now two-step, let your boots shine. This verse strong like moonshine. We party from the moonshine to the sunshine. Yeah. Just like we bull ride, we not falling off, we do this every day. Now knock 'em down. You know that she jiggling, she do a thing, we in the mix. You know that we dig that. Tell her go ahead and wiggle it. No catfish, but you know how we doing, we up there. The hook of the chain, whatever we maintain. You know we do this all day, man. It's C4 and D4, we bring the party to your front door.
You gotta jiggle it.
So go ahead and two-step, we do this all day. The music blasts you to
You
death.
gotta wiggle it.
Tell her go ahead and wiggle it just a little bit. We do this, get in the
You
mix.
gotta jiggle it.
Music City, 2nd Ave, Broadway, Jefferson Street, and Music Road. Yeah.